Students, you might have observed reflection number of times, and you know it is not always perfect. Sometimes it is plain like that in mirror, while sometimes it is disturbed like that in water. So today we are going to learn about these different kinds of reflections. Also, we will be studying about terminologies that is used in case of light, and then we will also revise laws of reflection. So, starting with the type of objects. There are two types of objects, luminous as you can see from the screen, and the another one is non-luminous. Objects that can emit light energy by themselves are known as luminous objects. For example, sun, stars. Suns and stars, sun in fact it is a star only, so they emit light by themselves with some type of nuclear reactions. तो ये जो सन जैसे स्टार है या फिर अदर स्टार्स है, ये खुद लाइट एमिट करते हैं न्यूक्लियर रिएक्शन की मदद से. And such kind of objects which emit light by themselves is called as luminous object. And then there is another kind which is called as non-luminous object. The objects that cannot emit light energy by themselves are known as non-luminous object. मतलब जो object खुद light emit नहीं कर सकते उन्हें हम non-luminous object कहते हैं. It can be any like the books that you use, pencils, all the objects which do not emit light by themselves. It can be planet also, it can be moon also. Moon also, they don't emit light by themselves, they just reflect the light. Then the next term is reflection of light. So what is reflection of light? When light ray falls on the object, the direction changes, they turn back. This is called as reflection of light. I repeat, when light ray fall on an object, the direction changes and they turn back. This is called as reflection of light. तो जब भी light rays किसी object पे पड़ती है तो फिर से वो वापस आ जाती है, उसे ही हम क्या कहते हैं? Reflection of light कहते हैं. The amount of light that is reflected depends on the material and the nature of the surface. तो किस टाइप का मटेरियल है, उस सरफेस का नेचर कैसा है, उस पर निर्भर करता है लाइट किस अमाउंट में रिफ्लेक्ट करेगी. An opaque object is something that allows no light to pass through it. Concrete, wood, metal, all these objects are opaque. Why? Because they don't allow light to pass through them. Whereas there is another kind which is called as transparent object. These are the objects which allow almost all the light to pass through it. For example, glass, surfaces, water, and also air. It allows light to pass through it, and so it is called as transparent object. Now comes the another terminology which is regular and diffused reflection. What is regular reflection? A regular reflection occurs at the surface of a plane surface like plane mirror. Reflected rays are regular reflections. Reflected rays after regular reflection are parallel. तो जब भी एक सरफेस प्लेन होता है और जब भी लाइट उस पर इंसिडेंट होती है तो रिफ्लेक्ट होने के बाद वो पैरेलल रेज होते हैं. द रेज आफ्टर रिफ्लेक्शन आर पैरेलल इन केस ऑफ regular reflection, and it happens only with the plane surfaces like plane mirror. Whereas diffused reflection occurs at the surface of a rough surface. तो जब भी surface rough होता है जैसे कि कार्डबोर्ड है तो वहाँ पे diffused reflection होता है. And in this case, after reflection, the rays are not parallel. Okay, so this is called as a diffused reflection. Now you have to note that laws of reflection are valid in both the cases. तो जो भी reflection के laws हैं वो दोनों में भी apply होते हैं, regular में भी और diffused में भी. They are valid in both the cases. So दिस इज एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ रेगुलर रिफ्लेक्शन. देखो ये सरफेस के साथ प्लेन है तो जब भी लाइट इस पे इंसिडेंट होती है तो रिफ्लेक्ट होने के बाद जो रेज होते हैं वो पैरेलल होते हैं, दे आर पैरेलल. ओके, सो आफ्टर रिफ्लेक्शन the rays are parallel, then it is a regular reflection. It happens in case of plane surfaces like plane mirror, whereas in this case you will see that the surface is not plane, it is quite irregular. So after reflection the rays are not parallel. Okay, the examples are many. It can be a stone, it can be a cardboard where the surfaces are not plane. Now comes the last part, which is laws of reflection. It is very important. First law, the angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection. So I is always equal to R. So this is angle of incidence, which is between incident ray and normal ray, and this is angle of reflection, which is between reflected ray and normal. Now in the first law states that these two angles are equal. Angle of incidence and angle of reflection, they are same. So I is equal to R. Then what the second law states? The second law states that the incident ray, normal is not the ray, sorry for that. Normal is just an imaginary line. And then the reflected ray. So incident ray, normal and reflected ray all lie in the same plane. As you can see from the diagram, this diagram shows that the incident ray, normal and reflected ray, they are in the same plane. So this is what second law states. Well, that was all for today. I hope you understood the topics. We learned only basic things. From next time onwards, we are going to learn the advanced topics. Okay. Now, the homework for today is first, what is the difference between luminous and non-luminous object? Second, what is reflection of light? Third, state the difference between opaque and transparent objects. What is regular and diffused reflection? And last but not the least, state the laws of reflection of light. So you have to answer these questions. I'm sure that you will be able to solve this quite easily because we have already discussed this topic. Okay, if you want, you can go through the video again. I repeat, if you want, you can go through the video again so that you get the answers for these questions. Okay, so see you during next time with the new topic. Until then, take care. Bye bye.